Hello friends, this is Manju Makhija, Associate Professor, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. In last video, we had studied UV visible spectrophotometer and BS and Lambert's law. Today, we will see different electronic transition that occurs in UV visible region and different absorption and intensity shifts. So, stay with us. Now, let us understand what is principle of UV visible spectroscopy. As you all know, it absorbs UV visible radiations. The radiation ranges from 200 to 800 nanometer. For UV region, it is up from 100 to 400 nanometer. Range for near UV region is 100 to 400 nanometer, and for far UV region, which is also called as vacuum region, ranges or below 200 nanometer. Why it is called vacuum UV region? Because there is need to create vacuum. As below 200 nanometer region, the oxygen absorbs radiation. So for that purpose, vacuum is created. Different solvents are used for sample preparation in UV spectroscopy, but usually ethyl alcohol and hexane is used as a solvent. Now, when electrons go from ground state to the higher energy state, the absorption of energy depends on the type of transitions, like sigma to sigma star, like pi to pi star transition is there or what. It depends, the energy consumption, it depends on the type of transition. Sigma to sigma stars require higher energy and as compared to other transitions, and N to pi star transitions require lower energy as compared to other transitions, as we can see in diagram. And this transition, the energy consumption by these transitions, I suggest all friends you must read before going to exam, as this will surely come in exam, that the energy consumptions by different transitions, which transition require more energy. Sigma to sigma star transition require higher energy. For example, methane CH4, there is no any double bond or no any heteroatom is there, only sigma bond is there. So the transition, the sigma transition takes place here. So the energy required is more, and the wavelength absorbed, the wavelength required for transition will be lower UV regions. That is why the absorption, the lambda max for this methane is 125 nanometer. Now coming to the pi to pi star transition, here for examples alkenes, nitrides, aromatic compounds where pi bonds are involved, the energy absorption is lower as compared to sigma star transition. Like alkenes require absorbs energy from 170 to 205 nanometer range. Now N2 sigma star transition that occurs in molecules with heteroatoms containing lone pair of electrons like oxygen, nitrogen, halogens and sulfurs. The energy required is lower as compared to sigma star and pi to sigma star transitions, and usually the absorption of energy occurs 150 to 250 nanometer. And in N to pi star transitions, an electron from non-bonding orbital is promoted to anti-bonding pi star orbital. The examples are molecules containing double bonds with heteroatoms like C double bond O, triple bond and N double bond O undergo such type of transitions. And this require minimum energy, and it shows absorption in longer wavelength around 300 nanometers. And friends, the transition that is pi to sigma star and sigma to pi star, these are called as forbidden transitions, because these are only theoretically possible. These are not possible practically. So guys, these transitions called as forbidden transition. Now, coming to some terms like chromophores and auxochromes. Chromophores, these are the functional groups containing double bonds and heteroatoms containing lone pair of electrons. Because of this, they imparts color to the molecule and therefore they decrease the energy of the compound. They already are in unstable stage and therefore they require lower energy to go in higher transition state, in excited state, and so they require longer wavelength, more than 200 nanometer, and the transition that takes place here are pi to pi star and n to pi star transition. Coming to auxochromes, auxochromes are the functional group. They doesn't have any absorption. They itself does not show any absorption in near UV region. But when they attach to the chromophore, they increase the intensity of absorption of chromophores and therefore increase the wavelength of that compound. Auxochrome, auxo means they show auxiliary action and to chromophore by extending conjugation by sharing lone pair of electrons and increasing the wavelength. Here we can give the example of benzene, phenol and aniline. Benzene, it has lambda max of 255 nanometer, but when OH group is attached to benzene in phenol, OH does not show any absorption itself, but when it attached to benzene ring by sharing electrons, it extends conjugation and therefore lambda max will get increased from 255 nanometer to 270 nanometer. And same is the case in case of aniline. Here the group attached is NH2. Here also NH2 does not show any absorption itself, but when attached to benzene ring, it extends conjugation and therefore increases the wavelength from 270 nanometer to 280 nanometer. So because of presence of auxochromes, the wavelength increases, that means it goes to longer wavelength, and the energy level decreases and therefore it requires lower energy and longer wavelength.